back with Mark Caputo from Politico. Let's turn to some of the races. And at the very top of the show, I talked about the FIU bridge collapse and the first responders. But this was also a crisis for Rick Scott, potentially, and the way he handled it sort of gave you an indication of how serious he's going to be going forward in his Senate run, which he's expected to announce on April 9th.
Yeah, I mean, the bodies had not been pulled from under the collapsed bridge. The concrete dust had probably barely settled that evening when Governor Scott gave a press conference and said, look, this is not a Florida Department of Transportation project. This is an FIU project. He kept saying it. And
it may not be entire, and that's not probably the really fair representation of this,
right.
this incident.
My colleague Matt Dixon at Politico Florida in Tallahassee, he did a story about how there were some planning documents where FDOT said that they're 100% supposed to review the plan. So, I mean, it's the Department of Transportation. Of course they're going to review it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, and there's no evidence so far to say that, you know, the DOT is to blame for the bridge collapse. But the reality is it's a big transportation project. It's a huge disaster, and there are a lot of people who are going to be on the hook.
All right, so will this incident, will the nursing home deaths, do these things catch up with Scott? Talk to me about how you see that and the race in general between Scott and Nelson. How do you see it shaping up?
That's a good question. I mean, campaigns are political campaigns are marketing campaigns, and they are about getting out your message and your candidate kind of sold like a product. And also, uniquely in political campaigns, it's denigrating the other product. And Democrats are forming a narrative about Governor Scott where, you know, he says one thing, but the truth is the other. Now, again, this is their story. So, yes, you have the bridge collapse where he says, oh, there's no FDOT involvement, but maybe there's a little more. Where before Hurricane Irma, he said, you know, look, if you need my help, call my cell phone. Well, this nursing home where the people died, they apparently called a bunch of times and people died, and then he erased the voicemail messages. And there are a few other examples that they're going to be using as the basis of their campaign. What's interesting is that when you're talking to me about Governor Scott, you're not saying the other name, Bill Nelson. Right. And so this is going to be a really being
Mr. Electric that he is, Bill Nelson.
It's going to be a fascinating race. I mean, if past is prologue, the past 4 top of the ticket races have been decided by 1.5 or fewer percentage points. It's probably a good bet that this is going to come down to the wire.
The governor's race is too varied. I want to before we talk to that, or even if we're time talking about the Donna Shalala entry into the congressional race, and you know, any thought that Donna Shalala had that her entry was going to clear the field and that people were going to go scatter into other races, I don't think that's happening.
Right. It almost looks like Afghanistan, right? You have Donna Shalala, and then the other candidates are like the rival warlords, and they're kind of getting together and ganging up on her. Mary Bardsey Flores, State Representative David Richardson. So it's been quite a pile-on. Kristen Rosen-Gonzalez. They are making it, though, a referendum on Donna Shalala. So the polling from her own pollster, Fernanda Amandi, and the body language of the other candidates shows that this is a referendum on Donna Shalala. This is probably Donna Shalala's race to lose. But, you know, a funny thing happens between the pundit proclamations and the actual voting. So let's wait until August when the actual primary is before we know who the nominee is going to be.
The governor's race. Let's talk about that briefly. You know, obviously Ron DeSantis, with the blessing of President Trump, has emerged as the fundraising giant and moving ahead. He seems to be positioning himself pretty well to be the conservative candidate, much to House Speaker Richard Corcoran's chagrin.
Right. I don't think he's... Right now, Ron DeSantis hasn't met the fundraising bar that we thought he would meet. He has some billionaires in his corner, and they so far haven't given their millions. But presumably they will. Adam Putnam, though, the agriculture commissioner, is still probably the odds-on favorite as long as he has the money. But when it comes down to conservatives and what they really believe in, Ron DeSantis is doing a far better job than Adam Putnam or Richard Corcoran of singing to the conservative choir.
And on the Democratic side, Levine, the Miami Beach Mayor Levine, he's everywhere. I mean, he went from being the guy that a lot of people would say, as he likes to tell you, oh, you know, a Jewish guy from Miami Beach is never going to be elected statewide, to suddenly, you know, like you can start seeing the momentum that he's built. He's willing to spend a lot of money on TV, and he's traveling a lot.
Right. Well, he's doing what Governor Scott did in 2010, kind of coming out of nowhere and spending the money he needs to spend. It has yet to be seen, once again, whether that's going to work or not. Glenn Graham is still a kind of weak establishment frontrunner in the same way that Adam Putnam is in the Republican field. So I hesitate to handicap the race too much because we're coming into those June, July, and August summer months when the campaigns really have to get down to brass tacks, and that's when it's kind of neck-cutting time.
And a little self-promotion here. We just announced, CBS announced, that we will host the debates for the governor's race, for the primary, for both the Democrats and Republicans. We'll be having them here at August 1st and 2nd. So we're looking forward to doing them in cooperation with a number of groups, the Children's Trust. It'll be over at the University of Miami. I think it's good to have one of full almost a month, or at least 3-4 weeks before when early voting is starting, to give folks a chance. I think that's when people will start turning their attention to that race.
Right. I mean, with the reduction of readership and circulation of newspapers, it's incumbent more and more on television media and on the electronic media to put these candidates in front of voters more and more often.
I got to cut it there. Mark Caputo, always a pleasure. We'll be right back after the break.